Hello guys, welcome to part 2. Alright, so in this part we're going to be joining our squares and joining the panels. Alright, so as you can see, I already have my squares made and blocked, and this size is for a medium size. That is a size 12 thereabout. If you want your vest bigger, you can increase your hook size, and if you want it smaller, you can reduce your hook size. I have about 8 squares, and I'm going to be using 4 squares for the front panel and 4 squares for the back panel. I had to finish up the other project. I had to finish up the other vest, so I'm going to be using this Yeye yarn. It's a thin strand yarn that I doubled the strand for it to give me the volume that I want. Without wasting our time, let's get right into it. For the sake of this story, I'm going to be using a white yarn for the effect to be visible. That is our joining, for it to be visible. I'm going to be joining the squares with the flat seam. It is basically made by inserting your hook in the back loop of the first square and the back loop of the second square, and you make a slip stitch. That is back loop for the first square, back loop for the second square. I will make a slip stitch. I'm going to repeat this for a little while, and I'll meet you at the end of the row. Alright, so we are at the end of the row, and also we are going to be joining vertically and horizontally. So for that reason, we are going to take 2 more squares and repeat the same process we did at the beginning. That is, insert your hook in the back loop of the first square, insert your hook in the back loop of the second square, and we'll make a slip stitch. We are going to continue this way, and I'll meet you at the end of the row. We have our 4 squares joined vertically. Now to join horizontally, I'm just going to be turning this. Alright, we're going to repeat the same thing we did, and I'll meet you at the midpoint of the squares. Alright, so we are at the midpoint of our square, and the only difference is we're just going to chain 1. That is, join, then we chain 1, then we continue. We repeat the same thing that we've been doing. We continue with our flat seam. Please be careful while joining the squares. If you make the stitch too tight, you're going to have a rumpled project. So we have our first panel and our second panel, and now what's left is for us to join them. And to begin, I'm going to take my stitch marker and we'll count 9 stitches, including the chain 1 space at the corner. So we have 8 stitches and 1 chain 1 space at the corner. That is 9. We are going to be using all 9 stitches. I'm going to insert my stitch marker here and in the other part as well. To begin, we are going to chain 2. If you remember, our chain 2 does not count as a stitch, and we are going to make 1 double crochet in all 9 stitches. That is 1 double crochet in the chain 1 space, then 8 double crochet in the remaining 8 stitches. We have a total of 9 stitches. Alright, so on row 2, we are going to chain 1, skip first double crochet, and we make 8 double crochet in the remaining stitches. So how this works is we are going to be making just 2 decreases. We are going to make a decrease on the second row, and we are going to make another decrease on the 4th row. That is on the wrong side of our project. And each decrease is going to be at the beginning of the row. That is for the right side. Now for row 3, we are going to chain 2 double crochet in the next 2 stitches. That is 1 double crochet in the next 2 stitches. We have 2 double crochet. If you remember our cable pattern from the square, we are going to skip 2 stitches, make 2 treble crochet in the next 2 stitches. Working over the stitches that we just made, we are going to make another 2 treble crochet in the next 2 stitches. double crochet in the next 2 stitches, in the next 2 double crochet as well. For row 4, we are going to chain 1, skip 1 stitch, then double crochet in the next stitch. Then we are going to make 4 back post double crochet in the next 4 stitches. That is the cable that we did on row 3. Then we make 2 double crochet at the end. Alright, for row 5, we are going to chain 2, double crochet in the next 2 stitches, then skip 2 stitches, like the same thing we did on row 3. We are going to repeat it here. That is, skip 2 stitches, 2 front post treble crochet, then walking over the 2 stitches, another 2 front post treble crochet, then we'll now make 1 double crochet at the end of the row. Yes, 1 double crochet. For row 6, we are going to chain 2, then double crochet in the double crochet, then 4 back post double crochet in the next 4 stitches, then 2 double crochet in the next 2 double crochet. But we are going to be repeating this pattern, and I'll meet you at the end of row 15. Yes. So at the end of row 15, and for row 16, we are going to chain 2. Then we are going to make an increase in this row. We're going to make 2 double crochet in the next stitch. That is 1 double crochet increase. Then we are going to make 4 back post double crochet in the next 4 stitches. Two double crochet in the next 2 double crochets. For row 17, we are going to repeat the same thing we've been doing. Now for row 18, we are not going to make any increase or decrease. We are just going to make 2 double crochet in the next 2 double crochet, 4 back post double crochet in the next 4 stitches, 2 double crochet in the next 2 double crochet. Now for row 19, which is our last row, we are going to make double crochet in all the 8 stitches. That's, we are going to make double crochet in everything, no front post, no back post, just double crochet in all the stitches. Stitch, we are going to make a double crochet increase in the last stitch. At the end of the row, as you can see, now we have 9 stitches. So I'm going to take my taperule and I'm going to leave a tail of about 30 centimeters. I'm going to leave a tail to weave in to join this to the back panel. We are going to do the second side. So in this, we are going to pretty much repeat the same thing that we've been doing, but for this, this is on our left side. So for this, we are going to be making increase and decrease at the end of the row. That is, for row 2, we are going to make a decrease at the end of row 2, and for row 4, we are going to make a decrease at the end of row 4, and for the increment on row 16, we are going to make it at the end of the row. Same thing for row 19. So we are pretty much repeating the same thing. All right, so we have our shoulders tied done, and now we are going to join the 2 panels together. So we'll take our darning needle, and I'm going to be joining with a whip stitch because that gives a cleaner and firmer look. So now we can weave in the ends and do the same thing for the other part. Alright, so we have our 2 panels joined and done. Now it's time for the ribbing. For the ribbing, it's simple and straightforward. We are just going to make double crochet in all stitches. That is, for the front panel, we are going to make double crochet in all stitches. And also our square joining from the last part, that is the flat seam, we are going to put 1 double crochet in there so as to avoid that space in the middle. So we are going to make double crochet in all the stitches, including the flat seam, the joining part. Yes. We have our first row done. Now we are going to chain 2, then make a double crochet in the first stitch, and Now we are going to alternate between front post and back post double crochet. That is going to be for our ribbon. I'm going to repeat row 2 about 2 more times. That is row 2, 3 and 4. So I made a total of 4 rows in front panel and a total of 5 rows for the back panel. That's because I want it to be slightly longer. If you want your vest to be longer than this, you can make more ribbon. It's time for the ribbon on the sides. Yes, so what we are going to be doing is, for each double crochet we are going to be making 2 stitches. That is, for the front panel that has 4 rows, we are going to have 8 double crochets. Yes, that is 2 double crochet in each of the double crochet, in each row, in each of the double crochet. We are just going to repeat the same thing that we did for the down parts of the front and back panel to the sides. So I'm done with the ribbon on the sides, front and back. Now it's time to make the ribbon on the neck part. We're going to be starting from the back and we are going to insert our hook in the flat seam space in between the squares, the joining of the 2 squares, and we're going to chain 2, then double crochet in the same stitch, then make a double crochet in all stitches, and I'll meet you at the shoulder parts at the beginning. So we are here, and what we are going to be doing is, in the first row, of course, we are going to put 2 double crochet. Then in the same stitch that our double crochet is, we are going to put 1 double crochet as well, and we'll double crochet around. We'll repeat the same for the other side as well. I will make a double crochet all around. For row 2, we're going to be making a ribbon, the same thing we did. We are going to repeat the same process, but this one we are just going to be working in rounds. There is no need to turn. We are going to be working in rounds all through. That is front post and back post double crochet in all stitches. So I did this for like 2 rows. That is, I have a total of 3 rows on the next side, and I'll meet you at the end. Now this vest is good to go. If you don't want to mix colors, if you don't want to add another color, if you just want it in one solid color, this is already good enough. So if you want it in one color, you can make 1 more row of ribbon for the neck part. Okay, so I'm going to attach my secondary yarn. That is, for the tip I want it to be white. You know, I like contrasting colors. So I'm going to be attaching my yarn, and I'll chain 2, and we are going to be making 1/2 double crochet in all stitches. That is, no front post, no back post, no skipping. 1/2 double crochet all around, and I'll meet you at the end. So we're at the end of one side. Now we are going to make 2/2 double crochet in the last stitch. That is going to be our corner part. And also for every row, you know, the ribbon that we did for the sides, we are going to make 2/2 double crochet in each of the double crochet. We are going to repeat this to the end of the row, and I'm going to do the same. We are going to do the same for the neck part as well. We are done with all our ribbon part, both the neck, side, down, and everything. Now it's time to attach our yarn. We are going to make a chain long enough to tie the front and back vest together. I'm going to be making the chain around 10 inches. That is going to be 26 centimeters or 30 centimeters thereabouts. I'm going to make a 1/2 double crochet in all the chains. So for this, there are 2 ways of attaching this. You can either make a foundation 1/2 double crochet and then you join to your vest like we did for the back part, or you do this. Now we are going to join with the slip stitch. I highly advise that you go with the foundation 1/2 double crochet, or make a chain as long as you want, then make a 1/2 double crochet, then attach to your vest, because that will give you the liberty to change in case you want to change the position where it was, and maybe you want it down, in the middle, anywhere you want it. Alright, I've come to the end of the video. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment and subscribe for more content. and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.